So today we are in my bathroom because I'm going to do a hair tutorial. I get a lot of questions about my hair, about what dye I use, how I style it, all kinds of questions. So I figured today I'd give you a little bit of insight on what I do as far as vintage styling and also like how you can take a modern hairstyle like having a side cut like I do and still achieving a vintage look. Now, I mean, I'm not going to do like some crazy over the top huge victory rolls or anything. I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but definitely with a vintage feel. So let's get started. I want the big, like the S-wave, and then I want the vintage, like page boy where it rolls under look. So that's why I rolled under and over. Now if I had, if I didn't have this side cut, I would have figured out where I wanted my part, which usually is off the center, so it would still be in this place. I would just have hair. And then from this side, I would roll under. So these ones are going over and under, and then these ones would go over and under this way. The rest of my head I will turn around. One did fall out, so I just kind of left it. All of them are rolled under just so I can achieve that page boy look. Now, a page boy is a vintage style, and it's like Dita Von Teese usually wears like the page boy where it's like the almost like a faux bob where it rolls under and it's one big roll. That's what I'm trying to achieve today, so we'll see if it works. I'm going to go ahead, I've let these cool for about a half hour, and I'm going to go ahead and take them out now. I'm going to start at the bottom. These hot rollers I got from a friend, and they're totally from the 80s and not anything fancy. Here, I will show you one. They look like this. Just like a regular hot roller or curler. Now you could do this to achieve this same look with foam rollers, or you could also use a curling iron, and then what you would do is do your curl, and then once you take the iron out, you're going to gather up the curl and then pin it inside flat to your head, in essence making a pin curl, which is like what this is right here. Like I didn't have enough space for a whole nother curler, so I just curled this one piece and then pinned it down so that when I take it out, it will still have that curl the way I want it, so then when I brush it out, it will do what I want it to, hopefully. So now in all three of those aspects, you would leave them in until your hair was cool. If you did use sponge rollers, you could do it, like leave it in overnight or spray down your hair when it's damp and then do the rollers in that. Now I have done it where I've kept them in overnight, and I will say that my hair in particular, like if I leave them in overnight, it's too long and my hair becomes an afro, and it's like the curls are unmanageable. Like they don't want to move or manipulate or do anything except for make me look like Little Orphan Annie. So I like to stay away from doing that, but in a pinch, and I think that I will try some styles with foam rollers or rag rollers while I'm at camp, because obviously I'm not going to have any heating tools, and hopefully this will be a great time for my hair to have a little break. So now that I've taken all of these out, what I'm going to do is start to brush out the curls. Now you want to make sure that whatever set you have in, that your hair is completely dry and completely cool, because you don't want to brush the curls out. What we're doing is manipulating the curl to work the way we want it to. So to do that, you're just going to lightly brush. See, and it'll already form basically to how you want it because you rolled it in the direction that you want it to form. And once you've done this it doesn't take very long to do, and it's a pretty easy task. Now what I'm going to do, and how I've learned from watching other YouTube videos and from going to hair school and all those things, is you are going to smooth out the hair and teach it where to go by brushing it along your hand with a paddle brush. Now this is the brush that I use. It's just a regular wooden paddle brush. Excuse all the gross hair. And it's like dyed blue and purple from me using it. I keep saying So you're just going to keep brushing and smoothing and forming the hair into the shape that you want it by combing it. And you can use the side of your hand to do that, and see, you're already getting that vintage kind of page boy look where it rolls under and kind of is sculpted to look like a faux bob. Now if you have long hair, what you could do is you comb it out just like that, and you're going to pin it up in the back, and then you'll leave the ends out, and then you do the same technique where you're going to brush it and form it into the curls that you want. Now if you could leave it just like this, or keep manipulating until you get the shape that you want. Now you can also pin it in place if you need to, or however you want to do that, and then you just work all the way around. Here, I'll turn around so you can see. Now I can't really see what's going on back here, so you kind of just have to do it by feel and hope that it all starts to blend together. And I mean, you can always keep a curling iron on hand so that if it's not really working with what you're wanting to do, then you can curl it and then pin it in place the way you want it to. Like here on top, I used some pretty big rollers, so the curls are pretty big. And then for the front section, I want that big S wave, and then so what I'm going to do is take it this way and form. Now you can do it however you want, and I kind of actually like the way that this is looking, where there's a curl on the side here, so I think I might actually just... Now, I mean, you could turn this into a victory roll pretty easy by just taking the curl and then you would pin it and go from there. So here, I'll pin it for you for just a second. Now, obviously, this is kind of a quick little snippet here, so it's not going to look as great as you would want it to. But this is just an example. See, the curl is the base for everything, and then you go from there, and it's easy to make it work for you how you want it to. So see that pin curl on this side right here, that's what I did with the curling iron, and then I just fixed it that way. And to be honest, I actually didn't even use a curling iron. I actually used my flat iron. My hair's a little frizzy today. It like has been really weird here in Sonora with the rain and such. A little bit. I'm just using the same hairspray that was in my last tutorial. It's Garnier Fructis. I like the way it gives hold, but doesn't make my hair super stiff. I got a text message. Okay, so I actually took the pin out and I'm pretty happy with how this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray it into place. And make sure that any loose ends are just tied in there. So here, I'll show you the side here. Okay. So see, this little piece right here didn't take very well. So I'm just gonna turn on my flat iron and then I'll fix that piece kind of momentarily here. Okay, so I like the way that this looks. So what I'm gonna do is actually pin this into place here. Now if you want, you can pin it back a little bit, or you can have it like this. I'm gonna actually spray it and make a funny face. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way that this has turned out, and I don't think that I'm gonna worry about fixing that little. And that's the whole reason why I'm making this video, is because I want you to see that it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect. And you can do whatever you like. This is just the style that I liked, but what I'm trying to show you is that, you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to do this. It looks well polished and put together, but like, you don't have to follow a certain pattern or what a book tells you to do, or one specific YouTube video. You can watch a bunch, take the knowledge that they've given you, like how to sculpt the hair and how to comb it to form the rolls that you like, and then you can go from there. So this is a pretty simple style. Here, I'll go ahead and turn. So here's the side, and here's the back. Now I can't really see the back, so I feel that it's pretty smooth, and it doesn't seem like there's any crazy flyaways or anything. Oh, and here's the side here. Okay, everyone, so I hope this helped, and I hope that you see that you don't have to be some crazy hairstylist to have a vintage style. That was my goal of today, and I hope that I've conveyed that enough. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment down below. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!